Good morning, everyone. Today, our group will discuss the rise of veganism and the effect it has on agriculture. First of all, veganism is a way of life that has a plant-based diet. Vegans avoid any type of animal or animal-derived products. That way, they don't take part in any form of maltreatment, exploitation, or cruelty to animals, whether it be for clothing, food, accessories, or other things. A study conducted last year demonstrated that 6% of Americans openly identify as vegan, and of that 6%, veganism is more popular with the younger generation, like millennials. Although they have a plant-based diet, vegans also get other important nutrients that non-vegans would get, like proteins and calcium from supplements like soy milk, almond milk, and a variety of nuts for protein. This lifestyle may seem difficult for some people, but veganism can really improve a person's quality of life.
Why go vegan? Why do people do it? There are a few reasons why, and one of them is to take care of their health, to have a healthier lifestyle for them. It isn't too bad having a plant-based diet, since there are some benefits to it. You can reduce your chances of having a stroke, obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, which refers to the conditions that have blocked or narrowed vessels, and hypertension, which is abnormally high blood pressure. With a plant-based diet, one can still receive all the nutrients needed for the body, so there is no need for meat.
Veganism so far has had a big effect on farmers. Farmers have had to make adjustments on producing meat and their revenue. There's a new revenue stream with startup companies such as Beyond Meat, who Tyson Foods has invested in, that is influencing farmers to change the idea of slaughterhouses and produce clean meat, which is basically meat grown without harm to animals. With the rise of veganism expanding, farmers who are now producing clean meat can move from small city farm lots to being right outside city centers, which improves transport of products from days to minutes. This also helps bring air cleansing green spaces to polluted big cities. According to a report by Organic Authority, factory farms and slaughterhouses have some of the highest rates of worker injuries. This is a problem that should be fixed, and so far, the production of vegan meats have been proven to be a lot safer. Producing clean meats allows farmers to expect to see 90% less land, water, and greenhouse gas emissions compared to when they produce real meat, which is a huge difference.
Hello, my name is Kajal, and today I'm going to talk about how veganism affects crops. Plant-based diets are the best for our environment and for our land. Becoming vegan first helps us out through our diet and our environment. The research from Oxford University shows that cutting a meat and dairy product will reduce carbon footprint by 75%. The things that are affecting growing crops are a greenhouse effect, fossil fuel, filthy water, and trash. Plant-based diet will lower the greenhouse effect, and we will conserve water and our land, which will help us to grow more crops. The healthier land we have, the more crops we could grow, and we could feed a lot of people and animals. To grow more crops, we have to make changes in our daily lifestyle so we could save the land. Thank you.
Going vegan not only helps your body, but also the animals that have to face terrible conditions every single day. Many meat and dairy companies display their animals as happy and free to trick the consumer into buying the product without any guilt. Reality is that it isn't that way at all. The truth of these factory farm animals is that they have little to no space and are kept in small crowded cages and sheds. Antibiotics are given to help animals grow faster and keep them alive in unsanitary conditions. Many of these animals have also been genetically manipulated to grow larger for meat and produce more milk and eggs that they naturally would not be able to.
With the rise of veganism in our society today comes the rise in new technology and innovative ideas to enable people to consume their favorite foods.
Two leading competitors, Beyond Meat and Impossible Meat, have gained popularity nationwide. Unlike other meatless options, these products are actually advertised to meat eaters, and the goal is to get them to switch from real meat to what they believe is a more sustainable and eco-friendlier alternative. The meat industry is one of the leading contributors to the greenhouse gas emissions, and meatless meat is supposed to aid in the lowering of the carbon footprint. Beyond Meat is sold today in many grocery stores and now has partnerships with many fast food chains including Del Taco, Subway, and KFC. Impossible Meat took a different approach and started by exposing their products to consumers in restaurants first and have just recently launched them in several grocery stores in California. The popularity of these products increases by the day, and in April, Impossible Meat even experienced a shortage due to the high demand from customers nationwide.
Organic grocery stores. What does organic even mean? Well, organic is a word used to describe plants that have been grown free of pesticides, herbicides, chemicals, and genetic manipulation. Now, why are organic grocery stores important? Organic grocery stores are important because it's a resource that many people in this country do not have access to. According to statistics, there are 23 million people in the United States that live in what is called food deserts. What are food deserts, may you ask? Well, these are referred to areas where residents lack access to healthy food options, especially produce. Typically, the type of residents that live in these types of areas are below the poverty line, do not own cars, and do not have grocery stores within walking distance. And due to the lack of whole food providers, there is a great wealth of processed sugar and fat-laden foods that are largely known to contribute to the nation's obesity epidemic.
Veganism versus meat consumption also has a positive effect on climate change. Over the past 100 years, the climate has been showing an increasing trend. Part of this is due to the growing world population, which also means more consumption of meats. As you can see, here's an infographic demonstrating the increase in temperature over time. Greenhouse gases are primarily responsible for climate change, and meat is a factor of this as well. Producing meats require large amounts of fossil fuels in order to produce the feed for animals, to house the animals, and to subject them to factory-like slaughterhouses where the animals are ultimately processed. Food waste also contributes to emissions and climate change, and reducing meat consumption and switching to a plant-based diet can lead to fewer resources being used and ultimately less fossil fuels being used to process these foods.
Hello, my name is Kevin and I have been vegan for 4.5 years. I started becoming vegan junior year of high school after reading the book Fast Food Nation in class. After reading about the hormones injected into our foods and the inhumane slaughtering of animals, I decided to do my own research. Veganism is very beneficial in different ways. For example, it will help improve health, help the environment, has a positive impact in agriculture and even business. Nowadays, many vegan companies are emerging rapidly. For example, the Impossible Food Company, Beyond Meat, Just Food, Daya, and many vegan restaurants opening. Veganism is not just a diet, it is a lifestyle that can help improve the condition of our planet's issues, can promote new job opportunities, save the animals, and improve our health.
Over 80% of the world's farmland is used for animal production, but it produces only 18% of the world's calories.
You need to feed a cow about 10 kilograms of mostly grains for it to grow by 1 kilogram. For pigs, that's about 6 kilogram, and for chicken, 3 to 4 kilogram. So a lot of food is wasted as feed for animals that we would then eat.
Growing animal feed means more land per calorie of food is needed to produce beef than broccoli.
2/3 of all agricultural land is used as pastures. And if you saved all those pastures, if people went vegan, then that would be the size of the continent of Africa. That would